the starters for the visiting Boston Celtics. At center,
And now, let's meet the starters for your Houston Rockets!
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. And now the opening lineup for Boston. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Horford in at the 5 down low. And for the Rockets, running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Alperen Şengün out there with Thompson. And it's Boomer in at the 1 spot. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
And it's Green missing. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Well, off the dribble, Jason Tatum continues to perfect multiple options in his arsenal.
Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Udoka. David?
Now, of course, I asked Coach what his plan was about defending Jason Tatum, and he said, I told our guys just to play smart, to play up on him, but not get baited into fouls, and try to get a hand in his face. That's a difficult challenge for any defense, so we'll see what happens tonight. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. About a minute played so far here in the first. Here's Holiday. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Excellent move by Holiday. This guy continues to play at such a high level.
Here is Boomer. 23 points his last outing. Inside, Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. From deep. Brooks grabs the board. Thompson outside. Pass to Boomer. To the paint. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Great timing and a really good read there from Şengün. Spaces the floor and is rewarded.
And here's White. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Tatum no good. For Houston, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Well, Greg, Boston didn't just win the title. They won their 18th NBA championship in style.
No series went more than 5, going 16-3 in the postseason, Kevin. Half of those wins were by 15 or more. The Celtics really weren't even challenged during that title run.
Boomer the pass to Thompson. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Here's Holiday. It's rebounded by Houston. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Well, the kind of low-energy effort they played with all night will make a coach absolutely crazy. You can't win if you don't play quality defense.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now here is Holiday. He's tightly guarded. Outside, White. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Now the Rockets with it. Good momentum, 8 straight points. White with the defensive effort. Celtics trail by 4. Outside, Tatum. And there's Here's the foul. It's on Jalen Green. That is his first foul of the game. So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
Now here is Holiday. D right on him. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Just incredible focus from the veteran guard. Drew Holiday, no stranger to scoring against a big-time contest.
Boomer gets the bucket.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And so White will bring it up for the Celtics. 4-point game. And Derek White picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, just a little too physical out there right now. That's already his second foul.
Pritchard, he's checked in for the Celtics. It's Brooks on the wing. Back to Thompson. And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's Boomer. Sinks the triple. Boomer's got 5 now.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Celtics trail by 7. Here's Pritchard. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
Boomer gets the bucket.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The Celtics have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. It's Brown with the drive. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Boy, the quickness of Jalen Brown on the drive, he makes it happen in an instant.
Here is Boomer. He's got 7. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. So, Doris, for a coaching staff, what's the best approach to the second game of a back-to-back?
For me, Kevin, a back-to-back is about 2 things. It's about maturity, 1, but you also have to manage both games. Look at the minutes of the first game and try to balance them in the second game, particularly when you're talking about your veterans.
Passes it to Horford. Puts up a deep 3. Offensive rebound. Goes back up. And it's Brown getting it to go. Brown's got his second basket of the night.
Now, Jalen Brown's athleticism makes him a factor on the glass. Nice job getting those second chance points.
Here is Boomer, guarded by Holiday. Boomer the pass to Şengün. 4 on the clock. Here is Boomer. 9 points in the game so far. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. Pass to Pritchard. They grab their own miss. Outside Holiday. Over Green. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Thompson passes to Boomer. Back to Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Here's Pritchard. The 3. Şengün with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky.
Boomer gets the bucket.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Tatum looking around. The pass to Horford. Brown outside. Over Brooks. Brown's shot is good. Brown's got 6 points.
Sweet little mid-range from Jaylen Brown. That three-level scoring coming into play.
You know, Doris, few teams have tried to invite Brown to be a shooter. He's punished them each and every time.
And he's had to put in the work, Kevin, to make himself a legit perimeter threat. And listen, the defense has to make choices. Athletically, this is one of the most gifted players in the league. If you're going to concede anything to Jaylen, it would probably be the three-point shot.
Green passes to Boomer. Knocked loose. Stolen by Holiday. To the middle. Here's Tatum. It's rebounded by Houston.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here is Boomer. He's got 11. Back to Thompson and taken away by Brown. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Tatum's shot is off.
This has not been a good period for this guy. At 6, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Boomer gets the bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Green against Holiday. Outside Tatum. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
3 points.
Tatum's got his second bucket tonight.
That's Tatum's size and high release point. He's able to get that three-point shot off against virtually anybody.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
Substitution on the court.
Here is Boomer, guarded by Holiday. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Brooks, the pass to Boomer. Clock at 6. Down low. Here's Thompson. Craig pulls it in. Celtics trail by 14. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
On the floor for Boston. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. Torrey Craig is out there with Tatum. And it's Horford in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here is Boomer. He's got 13. Good on the jump shot. Boomer's got 15 points.
Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Boomer in the last game against the Mavericks was phenomenal. He scored 23 points and his passing was phenomenal with a ton of assists. Once again, he got into a rhythm and there was nothing anybody could do to stop him. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
The drive by Brooks. Thompson from long range. Horford with the rebound. Celtics trail by 13. White inside, working on Green. White, good.
Well, Derek White, fearless on the interior right there. Tremendous finish.
Here is Boomer, guarded by Holiday. Şengün, no good. And so it's Holiday with it. They'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. White inside, guarded by Green. It's White on the wing. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
You know, couple that with the 4 big blocks. He was awesome on the defensive end as well.
Here is Boomer, guarded by Holiday. Here's Boomer. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
That one is on Holiday.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs. As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
And White kicks to Craig. Pass to Horford. No good. Shot missing. Great defense that time from Şengün. Thompson passes to Boomer. Back to Thompson. Passes to Boomer. Houston needs to get a shot. And the basket is good. Thompson's got 11.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
White against Green. And stolen by Şengün. Here's Thompson. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Outside Tatum. The tray. Tatum, an assassin.
You expect Tatum to be around that 40% mark from deep. Very reliable from 3.
Here is Boomer, guarded by Holiday. They kick it out to Green. Pass to Boomer. Wide open look. The offensive rebound. Thompson. Brooks with no one around. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Rockets lead by 17.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Now, while we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up, let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You gotta love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
You look at Tatum, and at number 4 on the list, he's almost certain to take part in the contest this year. He's going to be excited to let those long-range shots fly in All-Star Weekend.
And the fans have been right to give him so much love. He's deadly from beyond, and he has to be in this contest this season.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more. And as we get closer to the three-point contest, once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
The pass to White. Outside Holiday. There's the 3. That one doesn't go.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Thompson outside. Pass to Boomer. From outside the arc. Shot clock reset for the Rockets. And here's Brooks from outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Brooks has got 6 points in the quarter.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Tatum passes to White. And there's the drive. The kick out to Tatum. Holiday with the three. Another miss by Holiday. Rockets leading by 19. And we all hear talk about Drew Holiday's defense. But you know, Doris, he is much more than that. You've said it countless times.
Kevin, this is a guy who's a tremendous rebounder for a guard, a very willing playmaker. He can carry a scoring burden if you need him to, but he's also willing to take a very limited number of shots. It's all about the team with him.
And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Houston. Here is Boomer. He's got 17. To the inside. Tatum with it. He kicks it to Holiday. Back to Tatum. To halt the run. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
And 2 more three-point field goals for him here in the second quarter. Somebody had better get a hand up.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
It's T-shirt time. Who wants one out there?
Houston with a big group substitution here. And so it's the Houston Rockets holding a 22-point lead.
That's the end of the first half. Your Rockets 70.
The Celtics.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. A fantastic game from Boomer in this one.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Thompson is out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Boomer in at the point. It's the 5 for Houston right now.
Oh, that is impressive stuff from Derek White. Defender in his grill, no problem.
Here is Boomer, guarded by Holiday. Here's Boomer. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor. Now Tatum. Kicks it to White. And for those of you tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half. And it's good for 2. White's got 4 this quarter.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the 4th, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. Celtics trail by 20. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Brown. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
The assist.
10 points for Jaylen Brown.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Here is Boomer, guarded by Holiday. It's good.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Pass to Brown. Fires for 3. Rockets with the rebound. Thompson's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Pass to Boomer. Launches a 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Şengün. And now here's a quick peek at the best rookie free throw shooters over the course of the past month. And you look at Boomer, the best in the NBA. You put him on the line and it's nearly automatic.
He has been locked in at the line, taking complete advantage whenever he's got an opportunity to put points on the board.
Outside Holiday. His 3-pointers off the mark. Rockets leading by 20. On the wing, Brooks. He's covered by Brown. Here is Boomer, who's got 23. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Brooks. Shoots over Brown. Brooks misses. Celtics trail by 20. Brown inside. Brooks covering. Brown, no good. Houston's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Here is Boomer, guarded by Holiday. Here's Boomer. Good D by Holiday.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Fires the three. Rockets with the rebound. Brooks feeling it out a bit. To the left wing. Şengün kicks to Green. Here is Boomer. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game.
Even without the explosive athleticism, Şengün still able to play above the rim.
Now here is Holiday. 11 points in the game. They need this one. Takes it inside. And the layup is good. Holiday's got 13.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Fans, make some noise if you want a free t-shirt.
Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Take a look at the Rockets. They're in the middle at 5th in the conference, looking to build in the wins as the season goes on.
And I think for the Rockets, they've played some good basketball this year. They have to consider this season to be a success in terms of where they are at this point.
Yeah, they're certainly in better shape than I thought they'd be at this stage of the season. And by now we know when they're at their best, they can compete with any team in the league.
Here he goes. The second effort. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
That's Drew Holiday in attack mode. He uses that frame to great advantage.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Houston?
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
From 12 feet out, and Tatum with the basket on the assist by Brown. 15 points for Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum is capable of explosive nights offensively. If you're the defense, you better lock in right now.
Thompson misses.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Holiday finds White. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Celtics foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
That free throw, no good.
And there's a flexibility to Brooks's game. He can play a specific role for you, or he can be a high-usage guy. Really depends on what a team needs from night to night.
The Rockets making a switch here. Adams checked in, and a change for the Celtics. Pritchard, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. And it's Brown missing.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, a chance to check out some stats for him. And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Tari Eason's checked in for Brooks. The Celtics also changing it up. Kate is checked in, and it's Torrey Craig in for Brown. Eason against Tatum. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul. And the Celtics with possession here. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Tatum and Horford man the post position. Then there's Brown. Then it's Holiday. And it's Pritchard in at the point guard position. And it's blocked by Şengün.
Using that length, Şengün timing the block.
And so often we'll hear talk about how many rings a great player has. Doris, do we emphasize that maybe too much?
I think, Kevin, first and foremost, a great player is great no matter what. This is a team sport, and a player doesn't have control necessarily of the parts and pieces behind him or the organization within which he's trying to succeed. Titles matter, certainly, there's no question, and it's great fodder for fans, but it's not how I define a great player.
3 on the clock. Here's Brown. That shot missing. Nice D from Brooks.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
And Holiday kicks to Tatum. The shot by Holiday, no good. Here is Boomer. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. And Pritchard pulls it down.
Houston, foul.
Pritchard's got his fourth rebound in this one. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity.
When you think about how...
At the line for the Celtics, Peyton Pritchard. 1 shot.
Houston's gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. Driving inside. And it's White with the rebound. White's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Brown the pass to Pritchard. Tatum against Adams. Outside Tatum. Brown dishes to White. And the 3 off target.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
Here is Boomer. White covering. They get it back. Landale. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Rockets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Boomer.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Boston making a switch here.
Checking in for the Celtics, Torrey Craig, Sam Hauser.
And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
Here's Boomer, and it's Houston with another.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. There's the pass to Craig, beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Boomer. Takes a 3. Hands it from downtown.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
So we see Houston taking the W here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much